Hello again, and welcome to Forza Motorsport 6. I accidentally have the menu music on. I don't want the menu music, dang it. So let's go into our marketplace to see what we have in store for us today. Yes, we got the Turn 10 Summer DLC. So, last month I tried to do a live stream of the Turn 10 Select Car Pack to no avail, and you can't even find this DLC anywhere you look. Like, I cannot find my video whatsoever, so I'm just going to give you a little description of what I thought of these vehicles. I thought the I said it was too slow, and I've seen people modify this thing, and it's uncontrollable. The Chevrolet Cruze WTCC is an interesting little car. I mean, yeah, sure, it's one of those race cars like one of those touring cars, and it's really cool. The Fiat 124 Sports Spider is just a standard roadster from the time. The Ford Bronner Hawk 3 was a vehicle I could not control when I tried to drive this thing in the last live stream. And that's the end of that story. This was way more controllable than the Bronner, and I enjoyed driving this thing. I did not race against anyone else, but it's an interesting little drive, if you want to call it that. The 570S Coupe was really good, and I've seen people use this thing and compete against the 650S. It went to two really good results, and I've tried using the racing truck around a industrial racetrack or whatever, and I felt it was the most fitting thing because it was a race truck. But now to today's kind of DLC that we're going to be looking at, the Turn 10 Summer DLC. Because today we'll be looking at the Abarth 695, the BMW 323 Ti Sport, the Cadillac CTSV, the Datsun 280ZX Turbo Race Car, the Ferrari F150 F1, the Nissan R91 CP, and the Datsun Roadster. And this is the first time we've ever seen Datsun in a racing game. I don't even know if it's the first time in a racing game. It's the first time we've ever seen Datsun in this franchise. Meaning that Datsun has never seen the light of day in Forza until now. So let's start things up properly with our first vehicle we can look over, the Abarth. I'm going to sit down so I have a bit of comfort. Yay, no recommended designs because no one has this DLC. Or does, yes, someone does have this DLC, but no one's done a design on it. Like, I can't seem to find any design on, like, the recommended, so give it time and you'll find something out of it.
This is your 2016 Abarth 695 by Posto.
Let's test drive this thing around. Let's just do Long Beach for the heck of it. West route. And look at me, I'm already in interior view, so you don't have to complain about it. You can kind of see a digital speed, two digital speedometers, one for like the rev limit, I guess, and lap time, and I guess, yeah, that's the rev limiter, and I think the middle one is the speed. I need to set the volume correctly because it's so loud. Sorry. Yeah, this is just your average. It's not really average. It's just it's more powerful than the other Fiat 500 that we had in the game since launch. I have that in my garage, I believe, as well, but this is the brand new one. And it's nice to see that Turn 10 wanted to add a more powerful 500 into the game. So, kudos to Turn 10. It looks kind of angry at this pose, I swear. Next up, we're going to be looking at a race car, I think, or the CTSV. I can't tell. I don't remember if the next car is a race car. Let's see. No, it's the 323 Ti. I have gifted credits, but I don't care. I'm doing a live stream. Oh, look. These lights! Something that the last car didn't have is the recommended designs. Thank you, community. You finally gave me something I can look at. I'm going to be really weird. Just go for a purple one. Just because purple. Yep. It's not the same thing as the M3. It's more of a compact car compared to the M3 that's in the game.
This is your 2000 BMW 323 Ti Sport.
I see this fitting. I don't know what this fits. I don't want to go around Nürburgring because that would take way too long for the live stream's sake. I guess Brands Hatch Indy circuit maybe, but that would kind of ruin the fact that I still have 2 F1 cars at my disposal that I have to do reviews on. Oh jeez, I have 2 F1 cars I still have to go through. Well, here it is. Kind of standard BMW interior. I'm just gonna give this thing a go. It's in D class. Okay, let's just keep going. Yeah. Okay, dramatic exit aside, let's go to the next car on our list, which is the CTSV sedan. Oh boy. This is one of the most anticipated things in this DLC, and I'm already getting to it. I at least want some sort of color that actually looks good. I guess this red will have to do. And kudos to the carbon spoiler here. Well, carbon spoiler.
This is your 2016 Cadillac CTSV sedan.
This would fit Road America, or let's do Road America. I feel Road America for this thing. Seems only fitting because American sports sedan and American race course. Get it? I seriously get what I'm saying here. Yep, here's our interior view. It's really good. It's a really good interior view, and I see a dash here, like a modern dash. So let's just get on with it. Oh, I screwed up already. Okay, I screwed up. I'm just continuing to screw up with this thing. I don't know. I think I'm pushing this to its absolute limit. I don't know why. Yeah, this thing has over 600 horsepower. There's no way I want to continue doing what I'm doing here. And I hit the user interface. Great. I hit the user interface to see how much. There we go. The time's back. Oh yay! I'm throwing the whip in sands. I don't even know. I'll probably be able to throw this thing way better in Forza Horizon 3. I don't even know. This is really something I'd have to learn to drive in this game. I think it's time we go to our next car because I've had enough trying to drive this thing. Let's move on to our next little thing in store, which is the Datsun. Datsun. Everything else that I'm dealing with is race cars. Just pure and simple race cars. This is basically a mid-R class that I'm dealing with right now. No, I don't want this. I don't even want this design anyway. It's been a while since we've had some sort of race car like this in Forza that I've had to deal with, or probably haven't even dealt with one ever.
This is your 1979 Datsun, number 33, Bob Sharp Racing 280ZX Turbo.
I don't even remember if I've even covered a race car of this type ever in my channel's history. Probably haven't, though. And considering it's the first of 4 race cars, I might as well just throw it around something fitting. I don't even know what I'm calling fitting here. Let's just, you know, I'm going to want to try Yas Marina, or you know, whatever it is, Yas Marina. I don't even know. Yas Marina. Oh, dude, oh, come on, the rear end's like, it's so far in there. Like you'd barely be able to tell where the lights are unless you did some hunting. Like seriously, it's like right inside the fenders. Oh man, it's the first time we've ever had a 280ZX race car in Forza. Let's just see how this thing handles. Yeah, this is what the interior looks like, and mirror. There's like a giant mirror, like right there. Like it's so hard to ignore. Like you'd want to turn around and oh my gosh, look at how long the top mirror is. There's like literally 5 mirrors like right next to each other, so it makes this sort of weird parallax effect. I swear, it's just the weirdest thing ever. Like, why the need for this many mirrors in a race car? I don't even know. Let alone a stock sports car, or even just any car in general. Like, that's just hard to believe. And I think we're getting right into the first of 2 F1s in this video. The 1964 Ferrari F158. F1. And this game isn't even afraid to call this thing an F1 car. I'm going to call it an F1 car. This game can call it an F1 car. It's an S-Class, so at least it's something that they did right.
This is your 1964 Ferrari F158 F1.
I might as well not even try doing Brands Hatch again, because I've already did the little trope with the race cars. And I've already did the Lime Beach. Lime Rock Park it is. I don't know. Yep, it's a single-seater, just as I thought. And the wheel, you're literally sitting like right next to wheels, so you can kind of see the wheels turn. Wheels. Well, let's not mess around any longer and see how this thing performs. was actually quite good for a Lime Rock park lap around the circuit. And I got 1 minute and 3 seconds in the F158. Let's just go into our next car, which I already know is the Nissan R91 CP. That isn't really a mouthful for me. Yes, this is just the Nissan R91 CP. Like, there's no other sponsors on this thing, just Nissan. And this car is so nostalgic. Like, not this particular model, but it's so nostalgic to try to drive one of these.
This is your 1991 Nissan, number 23 Nissan R91 CP.
Anyway, this not this exact model, but there was the R92 CP, and if anyone remembers Gran Turismo 4, there was an R92 CP and an R89C, and those were really fun cars to drive in Gran Turismo. Let's see how Forza handles this. You know, I'm going to try the Bugatti circuit in this thing. Just because of how cool it is to try to drive one of these, because it has the nostalgia factor right in there. Let's just see how this thing is. Loading screen. Oh wow. Okay, the brake lights are obviously kind of in the bottom portion of the car. Let's just see how this thing sounds. Sounds good. What's this? Yeah. Oh, you're cramped. You're really cramped in this thing. Oh my gosh, you're really, really cramped in this. Like, there's no denying it. You're cramped. This is a monster right here. This is just quick. Like, it's just like any other Group C in this entire game, like the Porsche and the Jaguar. It's just, that's snappy right there. I got 1 minute 44 seconds around the R91 CP. No, what am I saying? I got that 1 minute 44 second lap time around the Bugatti circuit inside of the R91 CP. That is incredible. I guess this leaves me with the last car of this DLC, which is the Wilson. I'm not kidding. The new car is under a brand new manufacturer, Wilson. No, Watson. I forgot it was Watson, not Wilson. Watson. Watson. It's an A-class. It's a 64 Watson. It's a Watson. It looks like some sort of Can-Am something Can-Am. No, actually this doesn't look like a Can-Am. It just reminds me more of like one of those 50s race cars. Although this car was released in the 60s. Wait, let me see. Was this? Yeah, this is a 64.
This is your 1964 Watson #1 Sheridan Thompson Special Roadster.
We'll be here all day. I'm just kidding, we'll not be here all day. I don't have an all-day schedule for these videos. Which brings me to here. I guess I'll just do Hockenheim National again. I know I already did this with the 570 in the last live stream, but this is something I want to do. This is really something I just want to try. There's a giant bulge on the side of this thing. I don't know what that's for. Anyway, let's... Yeah, single-seater, except you have much less room than the Ferrari, it appears, and the wheels are further back from the car, from the driver, I mean. Anyway, let's see how this thing performs. You get to the first 100 miles per hour in this gear. Okay. Control. And I have to say, this isn't that hard to control. You just have to make sure you're going at a speed that this car can accept. And for some reason, this reminds me of the Mach 1 from Speed Racer. I don't know why. It might just be the design that's on, like the livery that's on this thing just flat up says Speed Racer for me for some reason. I don't know. Like yeah, this is just a brand new brand that's never made it to Forza before. And if you're wondering what that brand was again, it's Watson. And we might see more Watsons in the future. This might be the only Watson in Forza, either in the entire series, or we might see this one again in Forza 7 or maybe Horizon 3 if we're lucky. But we'll have to look at the car lists for both of those games just to see if we can find the Watson car. Anyway, we'll catch you next time on this series of Forza videos, and expect a lot more Forza videos once Horizon 3 drops out. And this might be the last DLC for Forza Motorsport 6, considering FH3 is out next month, and that might be very logical. Anyways, this is NDSI Man TV, if you were wondering. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video, whether it be in a month, 2 months, or maybe even a few weeks, depending on my situation. Bye. Bye.